Hello everyone and welcome back, or welcome if you are new. Hello! My name is Imani. If you watched our first video, which was basically a introduction, you know that one of my favorite holidays is Halloween, and it is spooky season right now. So I decided to make 3 Halloween inspired decor pieces that you guys can make yourself to your own liking. So for the first project, I made a Hocus Pocus sign. And if you don't know what Hocus Pocus is, please go watch it. It's a great movie, Halloween classic. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies. But for this sign, I painted Winnie, Mary, Sarah, and Binks. Binks, you don't need to paint if you don't want to paint Binks on there, but Binks is too cute not to paint on there. For the sign, I used in total 6 pieces of wood. 4 bigger pieces for the front and then 2 to connect them, paint, and then for the paint I used black, blue, green, yellow, orange, white, beige, purple, and then glow in the dark. I used burlap, paintbrushes, hot glue, and then a hot glue gun, screws, a screwdriver or a drill, a rod, and then raffia ribbon. I think that's how you pronounce it, or it's the dried grass. But here I'm just measuring out where I want everything to be, and now I'm sketching out the witches, and I'm looking at a picture that inspired me to do this project. I'll link it down below. I found it on Pinterest. And here I'm starting the painting process. I use the cheaper acrylic paint. I'm pretty sure it was 88 cents a bottle, but I did have to do 2 coats, just so you know. But if you didn't want to do 2 coats, I would recommend getting the more expensive paint. Alright, and now I'm starting to paint their torsos. And doing this really, in my opinion, made like everything come together. You can tell who they are from their hair, but each character has like their own set of colors. Like Winnie is green, of course, green and orange. Sarah is blonde with purple, and then Mary is black hair with the red. But doing this just really made everything come together. And here I'm just doing a second coat on everything because it needed it. So here I'm taking the black on a dryer paintbrush, and I'm just doing circular motions to create a glow effect around the silhouettes. And here I'm just adding details to the torsos. Sorry, I lifted it up so you can't see it. But I'm just taking my black paint and then a little bit of white and just outlining the black to give it a little bit more pop. If you could say pop. And it's the next day. But today I'm painting on their lips. This was a last minute decision. You don't need to do this part if you don't want to. And then I'm just sketching out a famous line from the movie. Can you guess it? Can you guess it? Okay. If you guessed I put a spell on you, you're right. But I'm just painting that on right now. Here I'm creating the broom. For the broom, I'm just taking the dried grass and cutting strips, and then just gluing those strips around the rod until it creates the fullness that I want it to be. And then after that, I'm taking the burlap, like a strip of burlap, and I'm just gluing that around it. And here I'm just measuring out a strip of burlap to put at the bottom of the sign. And then here, Jake's helping me put all the pieces together. So I just took those 2 skinny pieces of wood and I'm just drilling it into the back. And now I'm putting on the strip of burlap. Here I'm just taking some black paint and just painting the edges of the sign so it can blend better with the face of it. And here is the final product. I absolutely loved how it turned out. It's the perfect size too. It's not too big, it's not too small. But yeah, I love it. And then for our next project, I'm making a boo sign. So for this, you're gonna need a piece of wood, paint, whatever paint color you want, nails, some string, a hammer, and that's it. And then for the string, I used orange, yellow, and white. But again, that's completely up to you. Whatever color you want to do, you do it. You do you. And now I start the nail process, which took so long, but it was worth it in the end, in my opinion. But be careful if you do this, not to hammer your fingers. And welcome to the next day again. To start the string process, you just tie a knot, and then I'm just doing random. I'm just wrapping it around the nails in a random order, but you can do it however you want. Like I said, again. And then for the O, I just did the same thing, just tied a knot at the bottom or the top, I can't remember, and then I just started wrapping it around, and then I just did a random pattern on the inside. You can do it however you want. My sign didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to, but yeah. And then this part is optional as well, but I just took my yellow string and I just did a outline around the letters to make them pop a little bit more. And same thing for the spider web. I just started out in a corner and then I just wrapped it around each nail to create the length of the web. And then I just took another string and then did the inside of the web. And then tied it off at the last nail. That's the boo sign. It didn't turn out completely how I wanted it to, but it still is cute. And I can't be mad at it because it is my first time doing a project like this, but it was fun. So yeah. And for the final project, I made cheesecloth ghost. I think that's what you can call them. But for this, I used a bottle, or you could use cups, pipe cleaners, liquid starch, cheesecloth. I used 3 or 4 packages a bowl, scissors, and then black felt, and a hot glue and hot glue sticks. And then you're just gonna take your cheesecloth and measure out the length that you want it to be. Make sure that you have enough cheesecloth at the bottom that where it like pulls up, and then you're just gonna cut it, drip it, or saturate it in your liquid starch, wring it out, and then just drape it over. And then if you have a little bit extra, just cut it off. And then at last minute, I decided to make another one because I had quite a bit of cheesecloth left over. And it's just the same process. Just cut it, drench it, and throw it on the little ghost thing. Oh, and then for the smaller ghost, I did 3 layers, and then for the bigger ghost, I did 4. And welcome to the next day. Right now I'm scraping it off from the cardboard with a spatula, and then I popped the balloon, which was so satisfying. And then you just pop them right out. And look how cute they are, and they stand up too, like so cute. I did it for all 4 of them. And then here I'm just cutting out their eyes. So you just use the black felt. And then I'm making the little boo sign, which I said was optional in the beginning. And for that I just used the paper, my gold paint, and then a piece of string, and then your hot glue, of course. And here is the finished little ghost people. Aren't they so cute? They're so cute. But this one was probably one of my favorites out of the 3. Probably my second favorite. Alright, and those are the 3 projects that I made for Halloween this year. I might make more. I don't know yet. But thank you so much for watching. Jake and I really appreciate it. Again, we are new at this YouTube thing, or at least I am. Jake did it before. But thank you so much. We are gonna post another video soon. It's gonna be another Halloween or spooky video that involves decor, so stay tuned for that. But thank you again, and stay tuned. Yeah, I guess. Stay tuned.